Bard of great refine, writing verse and play in most pleasing rhyme. By Avon's banks so lush and green, if I might paint a tranquil scene, an inspiration to write words down in Stratford's splendid ancient town. So friends, Romans and countrymen, lend me an ear, and I will tell of William Shakespeare, and how he became a man of note, writing much better verse than what I just wrote. But if you thought that that's your lot of poetry, well, I'm afraid it's not, because my introduction to SUA is all in rhyme, I'm pleased to say. And indeed, what a splendid place to write words down. The lovely River Avon flows gently through this ancient town. Only 40,000 is the population here, but 1.5 million visit every single year. So typical of a medieval market town in every way, Stratford means the street of the ford, even today. While 6 centuries ago there were markets and fairs with continental merchants displaying their wares. Medieval buildings abound every way that you turn. Their preservation for centuries has been Stratford's concern. But fine buildings and countryside is just a small part of Stratford's renown. So how did it start? Well, before theatres began, travelling players would roam and perform literally outside anyone's home. Now, young William at 5 stood by the wall and watched some perform outside the Guildhall. Players were paid 6 shillings to act, but some were not so good, and I'm afraid it's a fact. The King's men were such, having set up on the lawn, the mayor paid them 6 shillings not to perform. So the performing arts became young Will's aim. But with so many plays, don't you think it's strange that only one piece of correspondence remains? It was a letter from Richard Quinney to Shakespeare, which began, "My loving good friend and countryman." It was a request for a loan, but of a reply I have not heard tell. Alas, poor Richard, he didn't know you well. So before we enjoy Stratford's serenity, I must just mention the Church of Holy Trinity. Because here lies Shakespeare and Anne Hathaway too. His tombstone inscription I'll relate to you. Good friend, for Jesus' sake forbear to dig the dust enclosing here. Blessed be the man who spares these bones, and cursed be he who moves these stones. And lastly, with you I have to reason. Please, not just Stratford and never on, but it's always up on Avon. So there we go. I'm sure William Shakespeare, whose birthday of course it is on Monday, I'm sure he will be turning over in his grave if he's in it.